Hi, I'm Lisa Lopez, and I'm proud to present my husband, Greg Lopez, my best friend and the father of our two beautiful children, Michael and Christina. I would like to take a moment to share with you something that you may not know. In 1706, a Spanish soldier discovered this beautiful state. Juan de Ulibarri named our state Colorado. For those of you who may not know this, Colorado is Spanish for red. The liberals say there will be a blue wave. I say, let's bring on a red tsunami with Colorado as the epicenter. It is with great pleasure that I introduce to you my husband, Greg Lopez, the next governor of Colorado. Thank you, and God bless all of you.
Please welcome Colorado gubernatorial candidate, Greg Lopez.
You know, as you can see, my wife is the better half. You know, God has definitely blessed me with a wonderful soulmate and partner. You know, across America and here in Colorado, the tree of liberty is dying. The life-sustaining leaves of personal freedom are falling from it. As Thomas Jefferson stated, I paraphrase, it is with the blood of patriots and tyrants that we keep the tree of liberty alive. Over the last several decades, we have seen America's pulse weaken, our nation's arteries harden, and the hearts of too many Americans grow old. I can honestly tell you that my faith in my conservative brothers and sisters and in my country has been shaken. I want us all to believe in America as the land of the free and the home of the brave. Throughout history, there are times when we must all come together to fight for freedom, justice, and independence. Now is one of those times. We must unite and battle the forces that prevent Americans from providing for themselves and their families. If not now, then when? If not us, then who? I say right now, this is our time. You know, thank God for President Trump, the president I'm proud to say that I voted for and I strongly support. Now let me tell you why the other side doesn't like him. It's because he's a leader. And a leader tells you what he's going to do, and then he does it. That is what a leader does. Every election in America is a battle of ideas and values. Our battlefield is the ballot box, and we fight for nothing less than the soul of our country. Colorado is no different. Our election is about fighting for the soul of our state. We fight to defend liberty, freedom for ourselves and for our neighbors. My conservative values, pro-life, protecting the Constitution and the Second Amendment. You know, recently in Colorado, yes, we had a red flag bill, the bill that was a direct attack to our Second Amendment. It was designed to take guns away from people, not dealing with mental health, as the supporters of our bill wanted us to believe. I was the only candidate that spoke against it. I will never allow anything to take away our constitutional rights. I believe in the rule of law, less regulation, limited government, and protecting our borders. Like President Trump, I support legal immigration, not illegal immigration. And as a proud American, I support our president when he says we need to protect our borders. I do not support sanctuary cities. As Americans, we all know that it's the Constitution that protects our freedom and our rights. No one gets extra protection or extra rights. I am not a man of great power, great education, or great wealth, but I am a man of a great God with a passion to help his people to change the course of our great state. You know, I come from humble beginnings. My parents worked long hours in the fields to provide for us boys. My parents taught me two important values: compassion and integrity. I'm a small business owner. I'm the former mayor of Parker. I was elected at the age of 27 and was both the mayor and the city manager at the same time. I'm the former president of the Denver Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, the former director of the Colorado United States Small Business Administration. I'm a disabled veteran. I served in the Air Force. I remember the first time I heard the sound of freedom. What is the sound of freedom? The sound of freedom is the sound an F-16 fighter jet makes when it takes off. I love to hear that sound. Apparently, I loved it so much that I lost 87% hearing in my right ear. But I tell you, losing my hearing was worth it because I met my lovely wife, Lisa, while serving in the military. We've been married for over 30 years. And guys, I do have an excuse when she says, "Are you listening to me?" You know, our state is divided between urban and rural. Our country is divided. And our conservative values, the values that God himself bestowed upon us, are being discarded if they were nothing. My values are simple. We are all created equal. Our rights are given to us by our Creator, and it is the purpose of government to secure these rights, not provide them. We need to reconnect. We need to reconnect diverse groups of Americans and find common ground in which we can join hands to solve our state's problems. To all I say, let us face our differences, respect them, and learn from them. Only by doing so can we reunite our divided house and enrich the future of Colorado, a future we can all be proud of. But I can tell you, if we don't band together, if we do not unite as one, where there is no united vision, no united partnership, no strong leadership, we will continue to rot away the future of the generations here and now and of the generations yet to come. And we will see Colorado become the ugly twin sister of California. Our path to victory is simple. We need to win 15% more of the Hispanic and unaffiliated voters. We do that, and we win. The values of the Hispanic community are conservative. I know how to communicate, engage with, and win the Hispanic vote. I am one of them. Unaffiliated voters, they want a strong leader, one that can solve problems with compassion and empathy, someone who truly cares about people. As your next governor, I will promote, protect, and preserve the various economies and the different ways of life that make Colorado the great state that it is. I will protect the heritage and history of rural Colorado. I believe all Coloradans want to live in a state where life is richer, fuller, and better for all of us, not just some of us. It's about all 64 counties, both rural and urban. I envision a state where all the generations of Colorado are working together to ensure that our state remains vibrant and beautiful, where small businesses are flourishing, creating jobs, and every community is thriving. Our state's history is filled with innovators and trailblazers, individuals that were known for being problem solvers, not problem observers. So let me solve a few problems. I will remove the handcuffs, better known as unnecessary regulations, that state regulators love to enforce, which forces small business to spend their hard-earned money on things that make the state regulators happy. That needs to stop. Small business is the life and blood of every community. Not everyone is going to go to college. Not everyone can afford to go to college. It is time to reallocate educational dollars to establish classes that teaches like skills to students like auto mechanics, wood shop, plumbing, cosmetology, hospitality. We need to help our kids to be job ready, not college ready when they graduate from high school. It is time we get serious about building roads and repairing our bridges. Here's an idea. How about the state buys E47 and removes the tolls? Imagine how much life would be better if we didn't have to sit in traffic for hours just trying to get home. Where do we get our money? We reduce fraud, waste, and abuse. We must stand tall and fight for our freedoms and rights. Together, we can reignite the torch of freedom and the resurrection of the American dream into the mindset of all Coloradans. President Trump tells us, no dream is too big, no challenge is too great, nothing we want in our future is beyond our reach. Now is the time to do something. Let us unite and stand together. So stand with me and say, united we win, divided we lose. United we win, divided we lose. In closing, I leave you with these few words from Ronald Reagan. You and I have a rendezvous with destiny. We can preserve our children's the last best hope of man on earth, or we can sentence them to take the first step into 1,000 years of darkness. If we fail, at least let our children and our children's children say of us, we justified our brief moment here. We did all that could be done. My name is Greg Lopez. Join me as I become the next governor of Colorado. May God bless you and your family. May God bless Colorado and the United States of America. Thank you very much.
Well, that was quite a speech. Thank you, Greg. Thanks for taking some time to chat with me, too.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
All right, so I asked the other candidates this, and so I'll start with this question. If you're elected, 4 years from now, you're in front of this audience talking about your biggest success or a couple of them. What are they, and how did you get them accomplished?
You know, my biggest success is going to be when we no longer tell our young men and children that if they don't go to college and get that little piece of paper that says that they got a 4-year degree, that without that, they'll never achieve the American dream. So what I want to see my success is when we bring vocational and technical training back into the high schools. Because I want our young men and women, yes. You know, I want our young men and women to recognize and understand that having a job is a blessing. And what they need to do is work hard. Work hard for that American dream, because we all know that if we stay focused on our vision and our passion, we will achieve that American dream, because that's what makes America great.
Oh, thank you. All right, Colorado violent crime rates ranked 23rd nationally in a recent report. What do you tell parents like me that are worried about our family's safety?
You know, what I tell you is that I believe that what's happened in our society today is because we've abandoned God. We don't talk enough about the sanctuary of life. We don't talk about how we need to take care of each other and how it's important for us to know and understand that we are all individuals, that we're all connected. We need to put away those cell phones. We need to put away all that social media. Let's talk face to face. Let's make sure we understand each other. If we do that, we can reduce all this crime that's out there.
Thank you. And a related topic, immigration and sanctuary cities are a hot topic, right? So how do you work with the city of Denver and the mayor on its stance around sanctuary cities if you're elected?
You know, the mayor of Denver and I go back 20 years. He's a dear friend of mine. You know, I don't necessarily understand why he's taking the position that he's taken with sanctuary cities, but I can tell you this. You know, when you sit down and talk to someone and you share your ideas and you share your concerns, and I think he truly understands that our role as elected officials is to protect our streets, to protect our citizens. And I don't know that he truly understands that the Hispanic community is a majority, does not want sanctuary cities. He's listening to the minority voices, believing that that's the majority position of the Hispanic community. And I can tell you that we are all proud Americans. We want everybody to follow the rule of law. We recognize that our country was based on immigrants. We just want them to be legal. We just want them to do it right. And I think by having a conversation with him, I think we will be able to move forward jointly to remove those sanctuary cities. If not, I think at some point we're going to have to part our ways and make sure that people understand that as governor, I do not support sanctuary cities. But that doesn't mean that we need to be mean or ugly to each other. It just means that we need to agree to disagree. But we need to move forward for the betterment of all of us.
Thanks, Greg. All right, on to the next hot topic, which won't be a surprise. With traffic piling up and potholes multiplying and roads deteriorating, Colorado wants its next governor to fix the dang roads. What solutions do you have ready to roll out?
You know, it's interesting, right? You heard me say earlier, you know, we talk about transportation, and we've done a poor job over the last 12 years in addressing it. What you're seeing is poor leadership. What you're seeing is someone that doesn't have a vision, that does not understand land use and zoning. Because every demographer will tell you we're going to grow. We're going to continue to expand. But we always talk about widening I-25 and I-70. Why is it that we always talk about widening the same corridors? Why don't we talk about identifying new corridors, different ways to get people around? You know, I sat on the board of E-470. You know, it is owned by 3 counties and 5 jurisdictions. When I say I want to buy E-470, I'm serious. You know, I had a conversation with Mayor Steve Hogan. As you know, he passed away just a few weeks ago, unexpectedly. And when we were talking, he said, you know, Greg, I think that's a great idea. He goes, why do you want to buy E-470, though? I said, imagine for a minute what would happen if overnight we took the tolls off and people would be able to bypass the entire downtown corridor and get from Colorado Springs all the way to Fort Collins. Just imagine what that would do. And we wouldn't have to move one shovel of dirt, and we could change the feel of Colorado and Denver overnight. He liked it. I'm going to pursue it. I think we can achieve that.
All right. We have about a minute left. You're a strong conservative. We're a state that's purple, and we're worried that it's turning a bit more blue. How do you connect, if you win the primary, with those voters and get them across the finish line?
You know, I've been doing that already. You know, I go to the Democratic gubernatorial forums. You know, they invite us. I think they invite us because they don't think we're going to show up. And I'm the only one that typically goes. So I've sat next to Jared Polis, Donna Lynn, Kerry Kennedy, and Mike Johnston. Let me tell you this. I've never been heckled. I've never been booed. I've never been mistreated. And they asked me, Greg, why do you come? You know, a lot of Republicans will not even come, as you can see. I said, I come because the governor needs to understand that not only does he represent the people that voted for him, but the people that also did not vote for him. So that's why I'm here. And you'll like this one. They tell me, Greg, how can you be a Republican? You don't even look like one. And I tell them, you know what? I don't know what a Republican should look like, but I know what my values and my beliefs are.
All right, well, thank you for taking the time to chat with me. Thanks, Greg.